Hey everybody, welcome to another Latin video about the accusative. This one is from the Vulgate course by William Dodds. This is number 113. Be prepared, guys, this is going to be a long one, but this concept confuses my students so often that it deserves a little extra time. And hey, intelligence takes time, doesn't it? Alright. So there are certain verbs in Latin that spark something called indirect thought or indirect action or indirect speech, indirect talk. These verbs are videre, audire, sentire, iubere, dicere, pitare. Now notice that all of these verbs come out of your head, which is why this guy's over here. Right? Videre, to see. Audire, to hear. I didn't draw any ears for this guy. Sentire, this can come from your hands, of course. Not all of these verbs come out of your head, but most of them do. A command comes out of your head, iubere. Dicere, speaking, comes out of your head, dicere. And of course, thinking comes out of your head, putare. Now the guy looks like the octopus man in Spider-Man, but whatever, let's move on. All of these verbs that come out of your head, or most of these verbs that come out of your head, spark something called indirect thought or indirect statement. Okay, so let's look at a direct quote. Let's say you see your sister coming and you say, she is coming. You said. Right? That is exactly what you said. But then your friend says, what? And then your other friend says, she says that she is coming. This is indirect. She says. What does she say? She says this whole direct object here. That she is coming. But this whole direct object here is indirect. She didn't directly quote you. She repeated what you said without directly quoting you. She indirectly quoted you. I am sick, says Clovis. What did Clovis say? He said that he was sick. Right? This is exactly what Clovis said. I'm sick. That's a direct quote. Those are his words. But then you ask me, hey, Mr. Thomas, what did Clovis say? And I say, Clovis says he's sick. Clovis says, that's the verb, what does he say? He says this direct object phrase here. Clovis says that he is sick. This is all indirect. This is not a direct quotation of Clovis. This is not word for word what he said. I am indirectly quoting him. Alright, let's see how this works in Latin. Dad says that he's tired. Subject of the sentence, dad. Subject of the sentence, nominative case. What's he saying? He's saying. Verb. What is he saying? He's saying that he is tired. Hang in there with me. I'm going to choose another color now. He's saying that he is tired. Subject of this direct object clause. He. He what? He is. Verb. He's what? He's tired. Tired is a adjective that follows a linking verb, so it's a predicate adjective. I'm afraid that the red may be hard for some of you to see, so I'm going to switch back to white on the next example, but I just wanted you to see that there's a difference here. Inside this clause, there is a subject, a verb, and other parts of speech. What exactly is Dad saying? He's saying that he is tired. Okay? Or he said, I am tired, but his exact words are not what we're using here. Okay, so let's diagram this, so you know how to diagram indirect thought and statement. This works in almost any language I've ever studied. You have indirect thought or statement. So let's learn how to diagram this. Dad, what is he saying? Or what is he doing? He's saying, that's the verb, Dad says. He says the direct object, right? He says that. That is the expletive that starts this whole clause. And he says that he is, predicate adjective, tired. So this is kind of complicated stuff, guys. Now the trick is we have to translate this into Latin. Well, the way we translate this into Latin is we turn the verb into an infinitive and we turn the other word into an accusative. Infinitive plus accusative. The Romans loved to do this. It slowly disappears in late Latin as it turns into the modern Romance languages, but in classical Latin, Vulgate Latin, it shows up all the time. Okay, so here we go. Dad says, pater dicit. Pater dicit. Oops, spelled that wrong. Put the I in the right place. Pater dicit. Now, he says this direct object phrase, right? When we're going to have an infinitive plus an accusative. Dad says that he is tired. The word that just goes away because we're using infinitive and accusative. Pater dicit esse. That's basically Dad says himself to be, right? Esse is to be. Dad says himself to be fessum. Dad says that he is tired. Now, if you wanted to make sure that we understood that we're talking about Dad, you could just put in se. That pater dicit se esse fessum. Se is also in the accusative. Fessum is in the accusative. So you have the accusative plus the infinitive. Pater dicit se esse fessum, or pater dicit esse fessum. I hope this is making sense. This is going to be a long one. We're going to look. Okay, the boy sees that his father is coming. Subject of the sentence, boy. Subject of the sentence, nominative case. What's he doing? He's seeing. Verb, what's he seeing? He's seeing all this. That his father is coming. This is all going to be accusative plus infinitive. It's not yet, though. Father, subject of the clause. What's father doing? Father is coming. Coming is the helping verb, or coming is the main verb. Is a helping verb. And that is an expletive that introduces this clause here. Okay? So here we go. Boy sees. What does he see? He sees this entire direct object phrase, right? He sees that. He sees that father, subject of the clause, is coming, verb of the clause. He sees that father is coming. Now, in Latin, we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to use accusative plus the infinitive. So, puer videt, Dad, or the boy sees. Accusative plus infinitive. Here it is. Direct object phrase. We'll label this so that you guys can understand. Pater or puer videt patrem. Okay, that's the accusative for father. Pater becomes patrem. And then we need the verb. We'll get rid of the helping verb, and we're just going to use the infinitive of come. Puer videt patrem venire. And this is translated, the boy sees that his father is coming. Let's do another one. This is from the New Testament. Whom do men say that I am? So Christ is talking to the apostles and he wants to know, what's the reputation that I have? Okay? So here we go. Subject of the sentence, started diagramming too soon. Subject of the sentence, men. Subject of the sentence, nominative case. What are they doing? They do say. Say is the main verb. Do is a helping verb. They do say what? That I am whom. It's all backwards here. And this is accusative plus infinitive again. I, subject of the clause. I am. Am is the verb, and then whom refers back to I. Okay? So, here we go. Men say. What do they say? That I am whom. That I am whom. Okay. And in Latin, this would be this is kind of backwards. It's still accusative plus infinitive. I'm going to write it in the order that I've been using, and then we'll flip it into better Latin order at the end. Okay, here we go. So, viri, men say, not vidi, sorry. Viri dicit, men say, okay, accusative plus infinitive. We'll get rid of that. Viri dicit eum esse quem. Right? Virit dici eum esse quem. So we have infinitive plus accusatives. Now let's stick it in better Latin order. So this is how it would go. Quem viri dicit eum esse. Whom do men say that I am? Then the same thing again, really, but whom do you say that I am? Oh, you know what, guys? Let's go back to the other one I messed up there. It's not dicit because it's men. It's dicunt. Dicunt. Who do they say that I am? Dicunt. And I also didn't include men. So, actually I did use men, but I used viri. We could also use homines. Homines. Quim homines dicunt eum esse. Okay, next sentence. But whom do you... Sorry, accidentally paused. Whom do you say that I am? Subject of the sentence, you. Subject of the sentence, that's a subject pronoun. Nominative case, you what? You say. Say is the main verb. Do is a helping verb. You say, it's basically the same sentence, that I am whom. Alright? Okay, let's just do this one in regular order and skip the diagramming. So, vos, you, he's asking. Autem, but, there's the but. Vos autem quem mi esse dicis. Vos autem quem mi esse dicis. Who do you say that I am? Okay, I think I'm making some mistakes here. Me works better in the accusative there than eum. So let's change eum to mi. Vos viri dicunt mi esse quem. Quem viri dicunt mi esse. Who do men say that I am? And we wouldn't use ego here because it's in the accusative case. We change it to me. Okay, let's do another one. Mom sees that Barnabas is sleeping. Mom, subject of the sentence, nominative case. What does she see? She sees, verb. What does she see? She sees that Barnabas is sleeping. There it is again. And this, by the way, is a verb that comes out of her head, right? Sees. She sees that Barnabas is sleeping. So, this video is getting long. Let's just skip the diagramming. Mater videt. Mom sees. What does she see? She sees, accusative plus infinitive, Barnabum is sleeping, dormire. She sees that Barnabas is sleeping. Mater videt Barnabum dormire. Accusative plus the infinitive. I hope this is helping you guys. Mom hears Flavia calling. Mom, subject of the sentence, nominative case. What's she doing? She's hearing. That verb comes out of her head. What does she hear? She hears that Flavia is calling. She hears Flavia calling. Mater audit Flaviam. Why is it Flaviam? Because it's accusative plus the infinitive. Right? So what are we going to put for calling? The infinitive, of course. Vocare. Mater audit Flaviam vocare. She's calling. I suppose if she's shouting out, you could also say Flaviam clamare. Matao de Flaviam clamare. Accusative plus infinitive. That's the point I'm trying to get across to you here. Alright guys, I'd love to talk to you more. If you want more videos like this, or if you need help, or if I've confused you, check out DwaneThomas.com. Talk to me there, and I will take your responses, take your thoughts, turn them into videos if I can, and try to clear up any confusion that I may have caused. See you over there, my friends.